Hey guys, it's Piet Levy, music writer from Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, tabmilwaukee.com. The Wisconsin State Fair's final show has ended with Kenny Rogers' 50th year in the business. You know, as Kenny's saying on The Gambler, you gotta know when to fold them. And it might apply to him, honestly. I mean, just from a technical perspective. You know, he forgot the lyrics for a couple songs tonight, for She Believes in Me, for Coward of the County. His voice was very, very thin all night long and a lot of really sour notes. At one point he said, you know, we're going to need all the help we can get. And it was a joke, but it wasn't really a joke. You know, he talked also about how, you know, kind of would make fun of his age and talked about how, you know, he wished he'd taken more drugs like Mick Jagger because he wished he could keep up like Jagger did. You know, at that same time, though, you know, he still, in terms of his banter, he's still very sharp. There was a lot of good self-deprecating humor, some kind of amusing stories about Dolly Parton. He had a really nice tribute to his identical twin sons for To Me that was really nice. You know, he also joked at one point, you know, this is going to be an action-packed show. I'm going to move from this stool to that stool. So, you know, he obviously knows his physical shortcomings, and he played them for laughs, which I think won over the crowd. But he didn't actually have to do much to win over this crowd, even though his singing was definitely rough tonight. Even though he's physically stiff, understandably so. This was a very forgiving crowd, a crowd that got up on its feet. In fact, he encouraged them to sit down at the start of the show. But a crowd that was on its feet, nevertheless, for The Gambler and singing along. And even though he joked that one section of the crowd was singing really, really poorly, it didn't deter anyone from doing that. So, you know, even though technically he may need to fold him now, I don't know if many people in this crowd, including a woman who was tearing up during Lady, would have wanted him to do that. I think they still wanted to see him keep going, and I think a lot of people were thrilled to see him tonight on the last night of the fair. You can see the full review at jsonline.com/music. Got the set list there as well. And for more on the concerts coming up, check out my newsletter, Get Levy's Music Picks. Subscribe at jsonline.com/newsletters. Thanks a lot.